All right, and here we are. We have two more composition assignments for the semester, and this one and the next one will start to really bring together a lot of the things that we've talked about so far in the semester and in getting you to write a song, okay? So for this assignment, this is going to focus on chord progressions because we have been doing chord progressions the last week or so in class. For this assignment, first, I'd like you to take a look at this LinkedIn learning video. I'm going to post a link. There'll be a hyperlink in the PDF, so you can just click on it if you open the PDF document using Chrome or Preview if you're on Mac. And I will also include a link for this on Blackboard as well. But take a look at this video because it has some really useful information and contextualizes how chord progressions work. In particular, for LinkedIn.com videos, please also know that there are a transcript and also closed captioning available in the video. If you click on the transcript, it'll get you straight to the point where the speaker is speaking that line. So if you need to review, if you need to read it first, use that feature because that's really useful. Okay, after you've done that, I'd like you to choose two different chord progressions from these three that were covered in the video. So 1, 6, 4, 5, 1, 5, 6, 4, and 1, 6, 2, 5. Okay? Remember when I'm asking you to write out the Roman numerals, please always use horizontal lines for the uppercase V. At the moment, I just haven't found a font that allows me to do that yet. So in the meantime, please do it on your own so that I understand that this is all uppercase. Okay. Next, I'm asking you to use flat I/O as always to write a piano piece that meets the following requirements. Okay, the piece must be 8 bars long. Sorry, the piece will be at least 8 bars long, excuse me, and it's going to be written for piano. Okay, pretty basic. Next is the notation will include the grand staff, which includes the treble clef and the bass clef staff. So if you recall, this is an example of a grand staff, and that's on the second page of your manuscript template. Please also choose one of the following keys for your piece, either A major, A flat major, E major, or D flat major. Choose one of them, okay? Doesn't matter which one, whichever one you enjoy, or you can also choose it at random. But once you do, please figure out the key signature on flat I/O and add that to the piece. Remember, the key signature will only exist in the beginning of each system. Okay, so you'll be seeing the key signature at the very beginning of each system. Okay, next you're going to only use notes from the major scale that you've chosen. Please do not use accidentals. Okay, so that means the entire piece you're gonna write will only include notes from that major scale. If you use a key signature, that means you're already all set because you're just using those notes. So another way to put it is that you should not use any accidentals. So don't add any other flats or sharps. Okay. Down to the nitty-gritty here, what goes on in the bass clef? Well, for the bass clef, you'll write the chords of the progression in the bass clef with one chord per bar. The first 4 bars will use one of the chord progressions, and the second 4 bars will use the other. Okay, so let's say I picked 1, 6, 4, 5 as my first chord progression. And you can see my example here. I started my piece with 1 chord per bar. So the first chord I have is this A major triad. This is in A major, that's the key I picked, and then I moved on to the 6th chord. Notice that I can provide the chords either as a triad, okay, just a stacked triad like this, 2 half notes. Notice that these are both using the same notes of the chord. So this is the B minor triad, B, D, F sharp. This is just an inversion with D, F sharp, B. Okay, so the whole bar here just uses the notes of the chord. The first bar, I use the chord a little differently. I'm using it as an arpeggio, just like the Philip Glass piece that you looked at for the analysis. So in this way, I'm just arpeggiating between the notes of the A major triad. A, C sharp, E, C sharp, A, C sharp, E, C sharp. Okay? So this is an example of what it could look like. You can use either or both or any combination of triads and arpeggios for your piece. Take a listen to it and see what sounds good to you. Okay, I mean this is as much of a creative exercise as well for you to see what these things sound like. Okay, so for the treble clef, you'll write a single line melody. That just means no sort of two notes stacked on top of each other, just one single line. And you're going to use all the notes of the major scale. So again, do not use accidentals. For the melody, please include at least one example of each of the following: half notes, eighth notes, quarter rest, and also one dotted note. Be sure to use the playback function as you listen. So here's my melody here, and I'll post an example of this, what this sounds like, so you can hear what this example sounds like as well. I'll post it on Blackboard. Finally, as with a few previous composition assignments, I'd like you to submit a handwritten manuscript copy that matches the flat I/O notation. Please use the included blank manuscript paper that I have listed on the next page. Also, very, very important, I'm going to star this right here. On the manuscript copy, please also label each chord with a Roman numeral and chord symbol below the chord. So for this, I wrote I, the uppercase I for the 1 chord, and the lowercase vi for the 6th chord. And I also labeled A for A major and BM for B minor. Okay? You should end up with 8 Roman numerals and chord symbols, or at least 8 of them if you're just doing the 8-bar piano piece. Okay? If you have questions about how to interpret these chord progressions into music, okay, into what figuring out what chords you're going to use, this is reviewed. You can review this by looking at our posted videos from last week regarding Roman numerals, also the worksheet that we worked on in class this week on Wednesday, and also your notes. If you have any questions, please email me and ask. But this assignment is going to do in class and also online on Wednesday, November 27th at 2 p.m. in class. Late work will receive a reduced grade, so please hand in things on time. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay? Looking forward to hearing what you come up with.